A little personal sharing about my first breath experience when I consciously experimented working with breathing. I was a translator at the group that was taking place at the Osho International Meditation Resort in India, and that was about 20 years ago. And I was translating for a Russian participant who invited me to be his translator for the entire group. And on I think it was the fifth or sixth day of the training. It was a training around working with the abdomen, abdominal massage, deep abdominal massage training. And I was given opportunity to go into the session where I would have to sit kneeling and a partner would be behind me holding his hand on my back. And I would just go into deep connected breathing through my mouth. This was really my first experience of working with breath. I had no idea what to expect. As I start to breathe, I start to feel that my whole body, my entire being starts to charge with energy. After a while, my body started to move in a certain way, and I was just surrendering. But that was not it. At some point, the facilitator came by and pressed right into my solar plexus. It was strong pressure, and I felt like this pressure reached my spine. It was so strong. At that moment, I felt like floodgates were open. My tears came, and it was years and years of tears that were held back. I don't even know what I was crying about. I was just weeping. And it went on and on and on, and I continued to breathe and I continued to cry. My body continued to move. I felt that touch on my back the entire time, this connection, the support, the resource of someone being there, witnessing me in that space, allowing me to just go there, and myself allowing myself to go there to explore something that I had no idea what was it. The breath session was coming to an end, and I'm coming out of this space not knowing what hit me. And minutes later, there's instructions. The facilitator's giving instructions, and I have to translate. I'm still crying, and I had to speak. And my friend who was translating for, he really understood what was happening for me because he was in a very similar space. So when we had a break in the group, I asked him to find a different translator because I could not translate anymore. I had to go into the group as a participant, and I continued the group as a participant because something has broke loose, something opened up that did not have a chance to be open for many, many years, probably since my childhood. As far as I remember, this was a really first time since I was a kid, since I was a child, that I allowed myself to cry and weep in that way. I am so grateful to this experience because it really showed me how much can be stored in the body, how much we store in the body, and me in particularly in that moment, I realized that it's all in the body. And being a massage therapist, having that background, knowing what the body can hold and how it's stored in the tissue, this really set the stage for development of biodynamic breathwork and trauma release. This is something that it's an experience that I will never forget, and I'm extremely grateful to this experience. It brought me to the place where I am now. It started my journey, and it developed my love for working with breath, working with the body. So don't be afraid of your tears. Allow yourself to cry, to weep, to explore, and don't push anything away. Feel to the max and be present to it. Notice how it affects your body. Notice what the sensations it brings up to the surface. Stay present to every experience. This is what life is about.